Now, Pokemon is a verse that is incredibly popular and has a lot of adaptations ranging from games, mangas, trading cards, animes, etc. But today I'm going to be talking about the main Pokemon anime and how the main character, aka Ash Ketchum, has probably the most plot-induced losses I've ever seen in someone's career. If you guys watch me already, you already know that I hate just saying something is bad or just jotting something up because of plot, or oh my god, this is so dumb because of plot. I honestly hate that because there's no basis to that, and I like actually, having something that's concrete or valid or, something genuine. I feel like when someone says, oh, this is because of plot, it's not really genuine. But goddamn, these losses are actually so scuffed, and the plot is just against my boy. And I'm not just talking about this. No. Or this. No. We'll get to those. First, we need to go back to where it really all started. The first real bad L he takes, in my opinion, is in the Johto League, as the other ones before that were pretty justified. Ash by this point usually lost due to experience, and most of the time he does come back and get the W fair and square, whether it be a gym leader or another trainer. With the exception of his fight against Richie, which I do actually like his loss because he was inexperienced and it showed that he had a lot more room to grow. And to be fair, that was his first league, so honestly I give him a pass. But bro, his Johto League loss to me undermines pretty much most of what we went through since the beginning of Kanto. Think about it. Gary Oak is Ash Ketchum's rival, and throughout the story he constantly is either one step ahead of him or just mocks him. Ash for over 200 plus episodes has just been getting clowned on by this guy. And with both of these guys going all out in the semifinals, with it coming down to Gary's Blastoise and Ash's Charizard on some red versus blue shit, honestly, this is Ash's flow. Red stole it from him, bro. But seriously, after that satisfying seismic toss to Blastoise, you would expect Ash to win, right? Guess what, guys? We gotta promote the next game in region. So we then get this random dude that we spent literally zero time with have a Blaziken and him fight Charizard, and because Ash not only couldn't read his dex info, but because he used a flamethrower to cushion the damage from seismic toss, it would then go on to defeat Ash's Charizard, which by the way just got done clutching up a type advantage match against Gary's Blastoise with a fucking blaze kick. A blaze kick. This to me felt really lame, since the main reason for it was so Ash could just go to the next region with this mysterious Pokemon, but you can literally still have him explore the new region starting all over again, being a hero Pokemon event, and also give us the satisfaction of bro getting a real W. That Orange Island shit don't mean anything. Give me something real. Anyway, we then have Ash going through Hoenn, and then he would go on to collect yet another 8 badges, enter another Pokemon League, and come out just a little short due to a dude's fucking Meowth being stronger than Pikachu, who, by the way, is just as boring as the last guy who beat Ash, so yeah, there we go. But to be honest, I feel like Ash's Hoenn team in general was lacking in terms of power, and they would really go on to become goated in Battle Frontier, which honestly, I feel like that's just what Battle Frontier did. Because of how dirty they were doing Ash, they just decided to give him a freebie. Anyway, Ash, despite taking 2 L's to Brandon, did end up doing well in those fights, and managed to actually clutch up in the last one, making him the Frontier Master. I don't know what you're called when you get all the Frontier brains. What are you, the brainer? Oh, the thinker from that one show. But honestly, this is why I fuck with Battle Frontier a lot, just because Ash goes back to his home region and defeats him with the main team that started it all, along with just giving us a lot of old Pokemon back in the battles against the other Frontier brains. But anyway, I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. After taking this glorious W, he would get a little cocky and challenge Gary once again, only to get fucking obliterated by his electivire, which honestly, I fuck with this L. This was a W humbling experience for Ash Ketchum. After Ash takes this L, he'd go on to travel to Sinnoh, where he'd take his worst L's yet. Mainly from Paul, who throughout the season was just a step ahead of Ash, and after Ash gets one of his Pokemon after Paul releases it, that being Chimchar, as we all know, that boy would fight Paul as a Chimchar, Monferno, and Infernape, with him beating him in a more satisfying way than when Ash fought Gary. And by this point, you would think Ash is going to win the league, right? Since not only did he beat his strongest rival, Gliscor, Torterra, Buizel, the whole team pretty much went through their own little individual arcs. And in modern day are probably just as iconic Pokemon as, let's say, Ash's Squirtle or Bulbasaur. The whole team was just solid here. Everything takes a turn for the worse for him once this dude shows up. Tobias to me is probably not Ash's dumbest loss, but it's damn near his most bullshit one. Ash legit went through arguably the best journey he's ever gone through yet, at least riding wise, and he loses to a dude because he has legendaries on his team. And when he's aware of him at least having a Darkrai, he descends to send out people like Gible, Torkoal, Swellow. What are we fucking doing, Ash? Heracross, I will admit, was a clever strat from Ash, but what about Snorlax? Granted, he might not be as strong as Swellow or Torkoal, but he could theoretically get past Dark Void by doing that Ice Punch strat he did in Battle Frontier. What about Charizard? He's fought multiple legendaries before. He's literally scrapped with legendary birds. He's fought Entei. Well, not this season, but last season. But yeah, you get my point. What about Staraptor or Infernape? I get it. They had a intense battle, but bro, just go to Nurse Joy and have her quickly heal them up. Ash could have 100% had a better approach with this guy, especially since he's fought legendaries before, but the fact that this guy never shows up again to me as well is just wow. Cynthia remains champion the whole time? Like, does Tobias even try to fight her? Like, why did you even create this character? It gets even worse since after this bullshit loss, it somehow hits Ash's brain and he becomes a complete dumbass in the next season, and the show just takes a complete dive in not only Ash's IQ, but the quality of the series. And this leads into what I believe to be Ash's worst L. Absolutely worst L. And that's against a level 5 fucking Snivy. I don't care how nerfed Pikachu is, and he can't use electric attack. Bro, just one quick attack should just do the trick. What are we doing here? And then you go on to get rid of Volt Tackle for Electro Ball just because of some cool animation? Like, come on, bro, it's not even that good. And then we have Ash doing things like forgetting the gender of a Pokemon when using Attract. Like, this is season 5, my brother. Get a grip. I'm not even letting this slide by the time of Orange Islands. Yo, what is wrong with you? Anyway, Ash loses the league since his Unova team for the most part sucks ass, except for Crocodile. He's awesome. But unironically, they're just super underpowered. And he would lose to not even the main villain of the season, bro. He would lose to the side character. And it doesn't even get better. Well, technically the quality and the writing gets better since XYZ the entire way through thankfully is not unbearable and has Ash going through a pretty interesting arc with the Pokemon Greninja, who would again just barely come out short in the league against Alans Charizard. If there was any league that Ash deserved to win, it would be this one. This man was robbed! He had the type advantage, he had the character arc, he had everything going for him! And it would have been so satisfying too because he not only is defeating pretty much his strongest rival by this point, but it would have made the whole send-off between him and Greninja even better! It would have just hit all the right notes to his departure, but man, whatever, we can't get shit. At least with Diamond and Pearl, we have a character who has legendaries, right? It's not even a stupid loss. This is just like, damn, bro. Like, y'all can't give him shit. But don't worry, guys. He wins the Alola League. Don't worry, guys. He wins the Alola League. Who cares, bro? To be honest, when Sun and Moon was coming out, this is where I kind of tuned out for the anime and only vaguely kept up with it. But I did peep the league fights, however, and I gotta say, Rowlett should not have won that shit. But the final fight itself is actually pretty cool, and it's nice to see Ash get a fucking W, but it was honestly too little too late, bro. You should have done this by Diamond and Pearl. And the max I'll give you is XYZ. You're too late. I don't care by this point. But it's okay, because we then get Journeys, which is a literal dedicated series to make Ash the GOAT, which I may talk about in the future, but Ash's career really needs to be studied, and someone needs to get these L's retconned. I can't, bro. I actually feel bad for him.